Hello and welcome to Closing the Gap,
Motorsport Diaries.
a podcast filling the female voices in motorsport.
My name is Aranza.
And I am Ari. We are creating a space for fans that have long been part of the journey, just rarely centered.
Because the grid is not just for the boys anymore.
With that in mind, we want to say that we thought this would be a good project for us to start, not because there isn't others already in the space of motorsport, but because we wanted to be part of the conversation. We wanted to, be part of the growing community with F1 Academy coming along in the last 2 years with the documentary that it's about to release. We just wanted to be part of the conversation because numbers, hard data is showing that Formula One fans are growing in numbers and that 41% are females. So in the last 3 years, basically, we have gone from being a 25% to double that up. So the numbers right now are until last year, I think until last season, of 41%. So what does this mean? Are we being accurately represented
in the sport
and in our needs as a business? Because I think that's where there is a gap. And our interests, there is not, when we talk about merch, for example,
there's not very many Q options as far as merch. Teams have tried. There are some good stuff, but merch is just not catered to women. Most of the sizing is men's sizing, understandable, because women haven't been technically a part of the sport for that long, but we have always been here.
And the thing is, I think there's definitely always been women audiences, but in the fast growing space that we are currently in, there's no keeping up. So in what sense? More of us are going to the Grand Prix. More of us are joining race weekends. And even when we are on site, like half of my merch is extra small or small in men's.
Yes.
And it's always like the teams, obviously, which I get it, but it's not always what we are interested in. Listen, women spend money.
If we know one thing, it's how to spend our money.
Women spend more money than men. Yes.
Will let us know it's all free. So
I think with that in mind, we can move on to
the partnerships. The reason why it's evolving is because F1 is gaining all these new partnerships with the F1 movie coming out, F1 Academy, as you mentioned, and the new Disney XF1, who we still don't know.
We don't know what that is about. But let us know.
That is a new generation that they're tapping into.
True. I personally think it's going to be Disney having the rights to stream races. I don't know. There's been conversations about that.
Although we do know that in some parts of the world, Disney does have the rights to stream.
Because they do own ESPN, correct?
And also because F1 TV is not available or anything like that. But I think now with this new partnership, hopefully it'll be available to people who pay Disney Plus all around the world.
Yeah. So we started this project because we thought there was space in this community for us to add in the sense of widening the conversation. Not because there hasn't been any space or people haven't done it before us. We know that there are people that have pioneered conversation on and off track.
Right.
We know that obviously with F1 Academy, those conversations are definitely being had.
For sure.
And we just feel like we can add to the conversation in a good way. And we wanted to create a safe space where new fans can come and, just feel free to ask the questions.
And no question is a dumb question.
Exactly.
And we will answer the same question a million times if we have to. Because why not? People are just wanting to learn, and why not give them that information?
And I think there is a lot of work to do around it, but the fact that we have grown in numbers so rapidly in the last 2 years, where we've grown to 41% of the entire fan numbers, so women take up 41%. We are bringing in the money. Chunk. So why are we not being accurately, represented or needs catered to? And I personally think, and it happened to me, and I don't really know if it's happened to you, But this community, in the sense of the Formula One, isn't super welcoming, I want to say, when you are a woman.
Right.
I don't know what your
Yes, there
experience has
have
been,
been
but
instances, firsthand experience of, oh, you like Formula One? What's DRS?
oh yeah, the questions, I love those. Where it's just like, well, tell me what this is. Like it's like you only like it because the guys are cute. And it's just, I don't know, it makes me question it. And with motorsport and like many other sports, I feel like women encounter this kind of reactions.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it happens, and we're not saying that it happens all the time or that it only happens in the motorsport. No, but one of the reasons why I felt very um, called to do this project, and I'll just single this one instance out. I was scrolling on Instagram. We're just gonna say the platform,
As you do.
and it was some sort of explanation from like F1 TV. I believe it was about the compound, like the tires. It was a little snippet, educational. I went through the comments, and surely there was this, young woman that asked. It wasn't even a question about. She said she put herself in the line. She said, "I am kind of new to this. Why is it obvious?" I think it was something about like
It's just
cars for mediums, mediums to hard.
question.
She didn't know. She was
Right.
looking for a simple
Willing to
answer.
learn.
She put herself out there. She said, "I'm new to this. Like
Who
why?"
now?
Yeah, exactly. And I clicked on the replies because we all love drama here. Okay, we were all here for the gossip. So I clicked on the replies to see what the response to that had been, because I genuinely was going to answer it too. I was like, and this is fresh. I love that, right? Like, she's asking a genuine question. She was met with,
Oh, so many men. Oh, so many men.
it happens. We're not saying it happens all the time. It happens to everybody, but it does.
Yes.
And basically, it was just, oh, she must be a Drive to Survive fan.
Nobody answered the question, by the way.
It
Not one
was,
person answered the question. It was just a lot of bullying to someone genuinely asking a question.
oh, you must be new. Well, yeah, she just said she is new.
She said
And
that.
even if she was, like, we were all new at some point. I've only been a fan of Formula One for 3 years. No, I didn't come from Drive to Survive. And Drive to Survive came later on in my journey as a fan. But regardless, like, there were times when I didn't know what the RS was. There were times where I did not know why, interest made sense. Like,
Listen, not everyone can be Max Verstappen, born in the F1 car. Like, we all have to learn somewhere.
so with that being said, we decided to open this podcast to have a space where we could comfortably voice our opinions, yes, but also a space to educate everybody that has a question, be met with a safe space and simple answers, very straightforward. Hopefully, we'll get to a point where we can have guests, we can have, empowered women, female-led brands, female-led businesses. We are here to kind of, elevate the conversation in that sense and create a community where everybody,
Everybody is welcome.
everybody's welcome. This is
If
not
you're
just.
new, yeah, it's not just for women.
It is female forward, but we are welcome to everybody who is just willing to learn and willing to become F1 fans, because being an F1 fan is so much fun.
It is. It really is. And I think it's just, there's a lot to be said if when you do study these numbers. And I will read a quote that I loved. It says, "Money talks in motorsport. Numbers tell stories. Formula One's transformation from a male-dominated spectacle to a gender-balanced entertainment phenomenon represents a shift in sports businesses paradigms." So, we have to make peace with the fact that we are here. We came in numbers. We are here to stay.
We're not going anywhere. We're just going to continue to grow and either help us grow with the sport, because it is evolving quickly, not just the female fans, but the sport in general. I know it's worldwide already. It's a world championship, but it's just getting bigger.
And I think Susie Wolf said it right. She said, it's not about, like, much more so that empowering us or like raising us above anything. It's more about challenging the perception that F1 is a man's world.
Right.
It used to be. It's not like that anymore. So we want to
Absolutely not.
create a space where we can have those conversations, and we can just be part of it, be part of the community, and hopefully grow.
Hopefully grow. Hopefully you guys grow with us.
All right. Well, can we talk about Formula One Academy?
On the first episode.
Well, can we talk about Monaco?
How about you wait for the first episode?
And like Carlos Sainz said, subscribe. It's just a button. You don't have to pay anything. It's just a button. Just
Like the
subscribe.
video.